Yeah, I planned on standing here today as your Assemblywoman running for re-election, and you know, it was tough. It was really, really tough. But I know that I put everything that I had on the table, and I know that we ran a great race, and I know that everyone in this room supported me, and I am so thankful and so appreciative. And especially Senator Bono and Assemblyman Cryan 2 years ago were the first state legislators who came out to support me. They came to my fundraiser, and I cannot thank them enough for all their help over the past couple of years. And of course, my fellow legislators over in South Hunterdon, Reed and Bonnie and Shirley, thank you so much for your support. I look forward to all of your help again this year because I'm wearing my grandmother's shamrock pin. She was Irish. There's 4 shamrocks. It's March. It's almost St. Patrick's Day, and I feel like I got the luck of the Irish with me this time. My grandmother was an enormous inspiration to me growing up, and she was the person who really saved my life. And a lot of you know what I do if you follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and if I've knocked on your door or called you and asked you for support. But what drives me every day to keep doing this, you know, maybe history might think of me as a nut for doing this for the 3rd time, but I am a very passionate person, and I work from my heart and I work from my gut, and that's why I teach, because teaching is all about the heart and soul of each individual child. And I grew up in a household that was extremely dysfunctional. My mother died of breast cancer when I was 7, and my father was an alcoholic, and he just couldn't raise us, my 3 sisters and I. So we were left on our own, and there wasn't enough food in the house to eat. I had to steal food a lot of times to eat. He abandoned us. We lost our house. And the one constant in my life, the one guiding light in my life was my grandmother. She graduated 8th grade and started working for the telephone company, as it was called in Newark, in 1914. And by the time the Depression hit, she was a single mother to a 2-year-old child, and she was the sole breadwinner for both her parents, her sister, and her brother-in-law. They were all living under one roof. And she graduated, you know, she retired 42 years later as chief operator. And she always said that the telephone company was her finishing school. It taught her how to walk and talk and dress. And she was a self-made woman. She always, you know, she was a woman in the early 20th century. And there were a lot of glass ceilings in her way. But what she wasn't able to accomplish, she inspired and encouraged in my 3 sisters and me. And I spent a lot of time in her house growing up. And it was a very stable home. It was exactly what my younger sister and I needed, and it was also very Republican. So I don't know how much I needed that, but you know. And it was the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times. It was the McNeil-Lehrer Report. It was Huntley Brinkley. On Friday nights we got to watch Louis Rukeyser's Wall Street Week in Review. And this, you know, there's one TV in the house, and I sat there and I watched all of this. And so politics was a big part of my life growing up. She wrote letters to her representatives. She wrote letters to the president. She was fiercely passionate about what she believed in, even though her core beliefs did not really align with mine. But she, you know, she read the newspaper with a dictionary next to her. And she said, you should never read anything. If you don't know what that word means, you look it up. And the first word that she ever taught me was perseverance. And as I was doing, I don't practice a religion, but I read a lot of meditation books, a lot of spiritual books. And in one of my readings this morning before coming here, I read the word perseverance. And I said, okay, this is it. This is going to be a good day. And what she taught me is you just don't ever give up. If you believe in something, you go for it. I moved out of my house when I was 18. I worked 2 jobs to get myself through Montclair State. I graduated summa cum laude. I worked my tail off for many years doing jobs that fed my creative soul but didn't necessarily pay my bills. Married for 25 years, 2 wonderful kids. My son is sitting over there. Be sure to sign my petition. He's got it. And,
are you asking him to sign it?
He signed it.
Okay.
I got him signed up really early. But so she is like, her voice is in the back of my head saying, go, go, go. Because I know what it's like in this economy. I know what it's like. I live it. I live it, not, you know, struggling to pay my bills. I know what it's like to not have enough to eat. I know what it's like to lose my home. I know what it's like to just have to struggle to live every day. And it's for all of those people that I want to do this. I don't want senior citizens to have to decide whether to pay their property taxes or pay for their medicine. I want kids to be able to go to a school that's free, public, open, accessible to them. And by the way, Christy might tout that there have been a lot of private sector jobs added over the past 4 years, but over 10,000 educators have lost their jobs in this state. And that is a crime. That is just a crime. Because education is the foundation of a strong democratic republic. And what he is doing to education is just horrendously wrong. You know, I want to go out there, and when I talk to people who have been laid off and are out of work, who are losing their homes to foreclosure, who just all of us here who have had to do a lot more with a lot less over the past 4 years, I know it because I'm living it too. So this is the year that I'm going to do this. We're all going to do this. And I need your help. We need an army on the ground flooding the 16th district with not only getting our ticket elected, but getting Senator Bono elected governor, because that's one of the main reasons why I decided to run again, is because with her at the top of the ticket, it's if she can do it, I can do it again. And our friends in the 17th district, 15th, right, down in southern Hunterdon County, I want to work with them for a stronger county that, you know, protects the environment, that gives us, because we have so much here to love and treasure about living out in the country, and that just provides a good way of life for all of us, including communities that are safe through sensible gun regulation, and includes people, giving people the right to choose who they want to vote for, to choose who they want to marry, no matter who it is that they want to marry, as long as they love that person. And I want to be a part of a legislature that helps make those things happen. So I need you to once again support my race, donate to my campaign. We were outspent almost 3 to 1 last year, and we came within less than 1,000 votes, and that shows you the power of what we can do. So with your help, with your support, donate. You can donate to me today. I won't say no. Sign my petition. Volunteer. We've got to knock on doors. We've got to make phone calls. We've got to get myself elected. We've got to get our fine friends in South Hunterdon elected. We've got to get Barbara Bono elected. And I look forward to standing here 2 years from now as your Assemblywoman to ask for your endorsement again. So thank you.